This is Tony McGill, the voice of the Bearcat. We would like to thank Bulls Restaurant for hosting this edition of the Bearcat Football Coaches Show. Bulls is located at 300 Jeff Davis Avenue, downtown Long Beach. They are open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, they are open all day from 5 to 9. Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure to come support our local business as they support our Long Beach Bearcats year after year. Thank you, Bulls, for your continued support, and go Bearcats. Welcome to the Long Beach Bearcat Coaches Show. I'm Tony McGill, and this is head coach Jacob Massey. Wrapping up spring training, discuss a little bit about what's taking place and what we're going to look forward to. Spring training was a tremendous success. I was very, very pleased, and that means a whole lot if I'm pleased. No, I'm just kidding. But see the kids, a lot of the football players are here today. Real proud of them. We had a great spring football game at Southern Miss. Got to play at the Rock, which is a big honor. I've been there when that place is packed, and it's a lot of fun. So it was great seeing everybody there. Watching the kids come off the field after that ball game. We took a last-minute touchdown, and we didn't get a victory or anything, but that wasn't what we were there for. But everybody was tickled to death. I did see Colt. He told me that when we start winning, I'll be happy. I said, shut up, Colt. Y'all look good, and I was so proud. I see Will Brady's dad in the audience, and Tim Delaney's here. But seeing Will play this week, or a couple weeks ago, and as a sophomore was very, very impressive. I know he's got a long way to go. We all know that with all the kids. But just want to talk a little bit about where we're at in spring training. We'll talk about the field and some upgrades and some things that's taking place around Long Beach that's got the whole community excited. But let's talk about some of the kids, where we're at in spring training, what we're doing. I know we had some 7-on-7 football games this week, so let's talk about where we're at in spring training and then what we're going to look forward to for summer workouts.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing, for me and for a lot of the guys was me being able to come in February, towards the end of February, start of March, start to get to know the kids, and then obviously I think, we're ahead of the game at this point with new coaching staff, new coach coming in, being able to put our system in, offense, defense, and just figuring out what we can and what we cannot do. And I think that was the biggest deal. A lot of times in high school football, you're either getting, whenever you get your new coaches, you're either getting them, sometime in the summer, or a lot of times, you're getting them right before the fall starts. So allowing us to kind of get our staff settled and get me in there to start learning the kids and the kids start learning who I am and all those things, I think we're ahead of the game at that point. Putting in a new offense and a new defense, I was a little, I wouldn't say concerned about that, but I was a little apprehensive about it to see what we would look like in the spring game. But for the most part, I was pleased with how well the kids played. The biggest thing in spring is finding out. The biggest thing is finding out what you can and what you cannot do against another opponent.
Right.
And I think we got a pretty good picture of who we are going to be. And so now we can kind of start to plan and figure out the direction that we want to take, once we start fall camp August the 8th. But I was very excited about that. Mobile Christian, I think they were probably one of the more talented teams that will play. They have several guys that are getting recruited by some big-time schools. They had a ton of athletes out there, and I thought our kids not only held their own, but we were in the ball game for the large part of the deal. we had several opportunities to capitalize, and we didn't, and I think that was the difference in the ball game. But I was very pleased with the effort of the kids. I was very pleased of how well they competed, and I'm just ready to take that next step.
That's good. Guys, if you want to come in and grab a seat, you're more than welcome to. You'll be in front of the camera, but this is a live audience tonight, and we don't mind. Just come on in. Good to see Coach Foreman here. He'll take it to another level.
That's right.
He gets a little excited sometimes, and he's fun to watch. He's just fun to watch as the kids.
That's right, absolutely.
But that's his mentality, and that's the way he is behind the scenes also, in that locker room or wherever he's at. So it's good to see him here. I see Colt here. But it's fun. It's exciting. I know you're going to show us some videos sometime today, but let's touch base just real quick. Where are we at? Everyone in Long Beach knows that we're getting a new turf field. Where are we at with the facilities and what's taking place?
So, we had the rain the last couple of weeks, and that's kind of pushed everything back. But they've just now started finishing up putting the drains in the field, and now they're starting to put the visqueen in, or the fabric that keeps the weeds from poking through, and now they're going to start putting the crushed rock, and then hopefully once they get that crushed rock and gravel in, they'll be able to start laying some carpet down, and we'll really start to see the progress once that starts. Once you start seeing the green grass go down, that's when we're getting pretty close. I definitely think that we'll have it before the first game. I really hope to have it so that we can kind of finish up summer strength and conditioning, so that our kids can get used to it. But we've been fortunate enough to go to Petal. I guess we went on Tuesday, and then we went to D'Iberville yesterday to play some 7-on-7. So they've already started to get acclimated to playing on a turf field, because it is different than playing on grass.
Yes.
We did have some kids slipping around on that turf, and it's just a matter of getting used to that. So the quicker we can get that in, the better off we're going to be as far as that's concerned. But they're doing a great job. They're pushing it really hard just so that we can have that to work on right there in the middle of the summer. And I'm excited about that, so that we can start hosting some 7-on-7s. And I want everybody on the coast or South Mississippi to come to our place, and because we do have a lot to offer, and we're going to have a great facility once all that is done. So I'm excited about that, because our kids and our coaches, we're going to take pride in our facilities, and we want to show that off to the rest of the state.
Okay, well, good. I know there's some things lined up. Also, again, before we get into the kids and some of the video highlights, tailgating. And I think I talk to you about this every day, and Coach Foreman, we talk about it. But I'm excited about that addition. We have the turf field, and we'll set up tailgate tents. I sold another one today. Let's give him a shout out. Husband's Contracting is going to buy a tent.
Awesome.
And talk to him, and we're going to meet down there 4:30, 5 o'clock. We'll have our music playing, have our seats, and we're just going to hang out. And if the kids can sneak out of the locker room, they can come say hello before they get those shoulder pads on, and we can visit with them, sneak them a sandwich or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that I'm excited about is being able to have that college type atmosphere, and I want it for our kids. Once again, I want to run a first-class program, and I think it starts with getting the community involved and getting as many people in that stadium as possible, because that does make a difference. At the end of the day, our kids should play hard no matter what, but the more people that are there, they're going to have a propensity to play harder. I was that way in high school and in college, and you can ask any of these kids. When it's a packed house, it's just going to be that much more of exciting environment, and something that these kids need to experience. I was able to have that experience. Coach Foreman played at a first-class program in high school. The rest of our coaches did, where it was standing room only every Friday night, and that's what I wanted to get to. And I think it starts with things like the turf, the tailgating. We're right in the middle of power washing the stadium and repainting things. So I think that's where it starts. People want to come to a nice facility, and I think some of the upgrades that we're going to do is really going to get the community excited about our football program.
And there's been a time where I remember going to the playoffs. Tommy Browder was the coach. I can't remember the year. Coach Foreman might remember, but Browder, that was when Richie Brown and Nick James and them played. Then they went on to Mississippi State, and Richie played some pro ball. But we brought in extra bleachers when they went to the playoffs, and we lost in the last game of the second round of the playoffs. So we've had some good football here. And this is, and I'm being honest with you, and I'm not saying it because the kids are here, and you and I have talked about this, but this is exciting as it was then. When you came in, and I guess what excites me more than anything is the coaching staff you surrounded yourself with.
Absolutely.
Benji Foreman is the defensive coordinator, and then you brought in an O-line coach he was a, I can't think of his name.
Coach Finley.
Finley, and believe me, he's my favorite. I love Coach Finley. Jason, my oldest son, met him yesterday and said he is an awesome football coach. But he was head football coach in Tennessee for 20 years. You've surrounded yourself with the right kind of people, and we keep key members of our coaching staff like Foreman, Fortenberry, and Jamie Arms, and brought in the other new guys, and they've all mashed together, and it's really,
that's been probably one of the coolest things to see is the guys that stayed on from the previous staff to the guys that I was able to bring with me. And we're all coming from different backgrounds, different parts of the country, different parts of the state, and it's just been really good. I think the coaches have really enjoyed getting to know the kids. I think the kids have really enjoyed getting to know the coaches, and I think it's also a good mixture of you've got your older guys, that have been in this business for 17 to 25, 30 years. Then we've also got guys that have only a year of experience, or we've got a guy that, he was a graduate assistant at Southern Miss last year, and
he's pretty excited.
He's going to be great.
He runs more than the kids do.
Absolutely.
Does he outrun any of y'all yet? And I think he passes as well as anyone I've seen.
He does.
Other than you.
Yeah.
I've watched you two pass, and you can tell y'all are quarterbacks. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I look around and I see a lot of kids, and Coach Delaney and I talk about it, and I probably drive you nuts with this, but some of the kids that we coach, I see Shane and Colt, but some of the kids that we coach, there's, I think, 8 starters that played youth football with us and were successful, and I know the character, I know the kids that we have in here and what we have to build off of, and it's going to be fun.
I think the biggest thing is that we're going to have guys that are going to be contributors from 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. I think that there is going to be a good mixture of youth and experience all up and down the lineup. So I'm excited about that, and we have developed some guys that are going to be leaders for us, and I believe that's probably been the biggest difference is kind of growing some of these guys into not only good football players, but really good young men and really good leaders on our football team. And I think that's, in my eyes, that's where I've seen the biggest leaps and bounds is some of the leadership qualities and capabilities on some of the guys on our team.
That's good.
I'm excited about that.
I shared with you at Southern Miss when the kids were playing there. One of the things that I noticed when the JV team was coming off, saw 2 kids in particular. I mean, they were lifting kids up under their shoulder pads, Nate and Taj, and the younger kids, the junior varsity or whatever, was coming off the field, and they were excited for them. And we need that kind of leadership, and we hadn't had that in a long time. And I'm not bashing any other years or anything like that, but that's the excitement that I keep telling you that I see. Talked to Tim Pierce. He's in Virginia, so he can't be here tonight, president of our school board, and he saw the same thing. And so we're the little things that a person that hadn't been involved in this program at all are seeing the things that we need to see.
Well, and I think you have a special deal whenever you've got older guys coaching younger guys, because there's only 8 of us coaches, and we're not going to see every single thing, and whenever those older guys and our leaders, when they're policing or they're trying to coach, and you're getting that feedback from your peers, I think that's whenever you start to see something special happening, and I think we're witnessing that right now. So I'm really excited about the field, the facilities is great, but the leadership, the growth of the leadership within our team is probably the most exciting thing that I've seen so far.
That's good. You want to go over some
we'll run
video?
Through some,
and
I've got what I did is I went through Huddle. I watched the entire spring game, and I picked, I think it's probably 12 to 14 plays that I thought were either big time plays or really good effort plays that I'll just kind of go through and kind of talk through those, and we can just kind of go from there.
Okay.
Kenny, you ready? I think it's right out the gate right here, and we're going to try to do this. Every football game is two things that you need to be able to do to be a successful high school football program is number one, run the football, and number two, stop the run. So right out the gate right here, this is one of our base plays, inside zone right here. Colt does a great job right here, taking a good angle, kicking out the defensive end. We're getting really good push right there with our center and right guard. I thought that was one thing that I was probably the most excited about and almost, I'm not going to say surprised, but, we're going to really lean on that offensive line and our H-backs to kind of do the heavy lifting for us. And we really were able to move the line of scrimmage against them. Edwan does a great job right there, reading his blocks, hitting the cutback right here and splitting the defense. And it was a big-time play to start the game. Anytime you can do that and run the football for 12 to 15 yards on the first play of the game, I think you're going to have a chance to be successful. All right, here we got a defensive clip. I think that if I remember right, I think they actually bust this one on us, but it was a really good effort play to get a big-time turnover that we needed right here. Chasing the ball right here, punching it out. I think that was Eli Harris on the play right there, coming in and knocking that ball out and getting a huge turnover. Their tailback was really good. I think he was one of the better tailbacks, I think, in 3A in Alabama last year. And he was a really good player. But a great effort play right there by Eli running to the football. And that's one thing that I think Coach Foreman and Coach Fortenberry have done a really good job of in the spring is having 11 maroon jerseys around the football. And if you do that, good things are going to happen. Just running to the football right there. Eli's a defensive lineman. They're 9 yards down the field. He comes in, punches it out, and you've got, 7 or 8 maroon jerseys there around the ball to get a huge turnover right there. Right here, and of course y'all know my background. I was a triple option quarterback in high school, so this is going to be a big part of our game is reading and having the ability to run our quarterback right here. Will does a great job. He has the option to either give the ball, pull it, and run like he just did, or if this guy out here takes him, right here, if he takes him, he has the ability to pitch the bubble out there.
And this guy comes up.
This guy comes up right there. He splits the defense right there, picks up, 15, 16 yards right there, slides down. If he can do that consistently, it would really help us out in the run game. Makes a great read right there on the initial option and then tucks it and gets north and south. Great play by Will right there. Very excited about what he kind of brings to the table. He's going to be able to run the ball just like this. You'll see in a minute that, as a passer, he can throw it pretty good as well.
He's an athlete. He's got good feet, good mechanics right there.
Got another clip here defensively. Great job right here of Lazarick coming down from the backside right there, chasing him down, for a 1 yard gain right there. I forgot to click this. Anytime you can get penetration, up front right there, that's great. Eli does a great job right there. Eli has a high motor right there. Him, Looney, and Brandon Davis, they're going to kind of anchor the defensive line for us. Great job right there by Taj and Keon up top of bottling him up and forcing him back inside. But great job by Lazarick right there. He's made leaps and bounds this spring. Somebody that we're going to really depend on.
It's like Keon was held on that play.
Well, I think Coach Foreman had said that a couple of times while we were out there.
Yeah.
Great job right here on the goal line. Great effort play right here, trying to keep them out of the end zone. Right here, I think that was Looney that made that play right there at defensive end. He gets double teamed, splits the double team right here, chases him down right there. Great job on the outside. I believe that is Gage Burt right there as well on the tackle. Do a great job right there, keeping them out of the end zone. Once again, this tailback. They had two really good tailbacks, and I was very impressed by those two guys. Number one, he had played some quarterback as well, but they were two exceptional runners. And I thought for the most part we had bottled them up, pretty much the entire game.
Right.
And another thing is credit to the kids is, we didn't game plan for this game at all. Really didn't have a great picture of what they were going to be doing. And we installed base offense, base defense, and we just wanted to roll the ball out there and watch them play. So, we really didn't prepare our kids other than, putting in our base offense and base defense. Right here, it's a great fundamental play right here. Keon coming in there, making a tackle on the running back. Once again, I can't stress to you enough, and have coached football before, as many opposite color jerseys you can get to the football,
yes,
good things are going to happen.
Yeah,
and
count those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Just swarm the ball.
How many that is right there. There's 3 on the initial hit, and there's a 4th one coming in there, 5 and 6 right there. So
6 and the 7th coming around.
And that's the biggest thing that, Coach Foreman and Coach Fortenberry, they harp on a daily basis. They're going to do pursuit drill every single day. We're going to have cats running to the football, and good things are going to happen, whenever you've got that many guys, trying to tackle somebody. Right here, this is a big play right here. Nice job of Will stepping up in the pocket, making a tight throw in the window right there, and then obviously a great job by Cooley. After
Cooley can run.
Absolutely can.
Fun to watch.
We got 2 slots that are going to be able to stretch people vertically. I'm excited about those 2 guys. We're going to try to get the ball to them as much as possible right there. Love to see, Zay and Junior right there blocking down the field.
Yeah.
And Carter, trying to help their teammate. I think that was the biggest thing is going back to, you saying Taj and Nate, picking up those JV guys is every single one of our guys wants to see everybody be successful. And I think that's one thing that, you're going to be able to say about our team is we're not going to be selfish. And that's something that, we talk to these guys, on a daily basis about is it's not about you having success as a player. It's about the team having success, So right there, Cooley makes the big catch, but Zay's right there down the field blocking for him.
Right there with him.
And,
that's Junior coming across there.
Junior's coming across right there. So those are the types of things that we're looking for. A great job right there by Will and Cooley making a huge play right there and getting us right back into the ball game.
It's good to see us throwing over the middle again.
Absolutely.
Everything was in the flats in the last couple of years, and it's good to see somebody that can stretch it and run the football after they catch it, too.
Right here, great job.
Good job.
Right there by Andre, open field tackle. And once again, you got a host of Bearcats running to the football there. Dre's going to be another big-time player for us on the defensive side of the ball, and when Coach Foreman's going to let me, I'm going to steal him and put him on offense and get the ball in his hands. So, really excited about him, and he's just going to be a 10th grader. And he's got a lot of ability, really excited about him. You got Jahari and Lazarick right there, 2 of our linebackers. They're right there on the play. Good look of Brandon Davis here. He's the right defensive end. He really comes off the ball right here. And he's going to be a really good player for us. Once again, we got a lot of hats running to the football. Love to see that.
Tell you what, Coach, we're going to take a break just a minute. A couple of times I need to take a break. Just want everyone to know if now you're here watching this, but you'll be able to watch this on YouTube or watching some of the on the Bearcat Broadcast Network, the NFHS. There's advertising opportunities. So if you're seeing this later on, watch this and then watch how the advertising. Kenny Triplett's our producer. Watch how he puts in the commercials and how he'll do some stuff. We've got a couple things. We're going to do a live commercial here at Bulls. They're going to promote, and we need to advertise it. You know, we want to send these kids to camps, and we want the kids walking around in shirts, Bearcat shirts at school. So we want to raise money. So all the money is going to go to the kids. So, but watch the. We had Kenny, correct me if I'm wrong, 400 or so last time, 400 people.
Yeah.
And we've got a little stir, and everybody's. I'm the host, so I'm getting the pat on the back like I put it all together, and all I do is come in here, and I'm here for an hour. I don't do any of it. He does every bit of it. But he can make a commercial with drone footage or with anything that you could imagine, and great advertising opportunities. So we're going to take a break for about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Hello, I am Angie Beer with the Bearcat Broadcast Network and LBTV. We are excited to announce that we have sponsorship advertising opportunities with the NFHS network, where we will be live streaming sporting and other events throughout the district. These opportunities will highlight your business or organization while supporting Bearcat Athletics and the Bearcat Broadcast Network Student Production Program. Sponsorship advertising can range from video commercials, audio voiceovers, logo image placement, and more on our live stream events. For more information, please email bearcat.broadcast.network@lbsdk12.com or lbtv@lbsdk12.com. We look forward to a great 2022 to 2023 school year in partnership with our community. Thank you for all that you do to support our Bearcats. Hope to hear from you soon. And go Bearcats!
E-cigarettes and vaping, we're talking about the same thing. Parents know their children, and it is true that vaping is not something that you can easily, at the time, tell that someone is doing.
Unlike cigarette smoking, we don't have outward signs such as cigarette smoke smell or changes in the color of the fingernails.
Look for the warning signs of e-cigarettes. New behaviors, particularly if they're secretive, if they're aggressive or angry, those can be signs of withdrawal from nicotine and those cravings of nicotine.
If they have a cough, particularly a dry cough, increase in wheezing, increases in lung infections, they get out of breath quicker when playing sports, change in their school performance. Vapes contain pretty high levels of nicotine that can affect concentration and memory.
It really is important to be able to identify e-cigarettes because it is not meant to look like a cigarette.
They come in lots of different shapes and sizes and look like other items that you might have around, such as a USB device.
We need to know what to look for. Keep up with the products. You call them by their brand names, such as Juul or Puff Bar.
It's important that parents learn about it so they can talk to their kids about vaping.
If you are struggling with your math or language arts classes and need a little extra assistance, then Paper wants to help. Paper is a new 24/7 free tutoring service available to all students in the Long Beach School District. They provide free unlimited access to trained tutors so every student in grades 3 to 12 can ask questions, work through problems, and grow their confidence. This is not a video service, but real life tutors online to help you. You have unlimited access to academic support in math and English language arts. Skilled tutors are ready to provide assistance in English, Spanish, French, or Mandarin. Just log into Paper through your Clever account. Get the extra help you need today with Paper. For more information, visit paper.co.
This is Tony McGill, the voice of the Bearcats. We would like to thank Bulls Restaurant for hosting this edition of the Bearcat Football Coaches Show. Bulls is located at 300 Jeff Davis Avenue, downtown Long Beach. They are open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, they're open all day from 5 to 9. Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure to come support our local business as they support our Long Beach Bearcats year after year. Thank you, Bulls, for your continued support, and go Bearcats.
This is Tony McGill, the host of our Spring Coaches Show. This is Coach Jacob Massey. Welcome back, everyone. Before we get started and get back to the videos, our 7-on-7 things, Hunter Dawkins here with us. He owns the Gazebo Gazette. If you have a child that goes to Long Beach or Pastures Chan schools and you want to read about your kid scoring 2 touchdowns at The Rock, get that paper. I get that paper every week, and I really enjoy the articles and what he brings. He'll be in the press box most games with us and drives Delaney crazy because he eats all our snacks. But we love Hunter, and we appreciate you, Hunter. Appreciate you advertising with us also. Okay, back to football, back to the kids. What are the plans for our, I know we have 7-on-7, we had Petal, and we've had D'Iberville.
That's right.
And I saw video on D'Iberville, very impressive. Got a few things to work on.
We do.
But very impressive. What do you have planned for the rest of the summer?
We do. We'll play, we're going to go back to Petal. We're going to go back to D'Iberville. I think we're going to play St. Stanislaus. I think we've got Gulfport. So, we're going to try to play as much as we can.
No light schedule there.
No light schedule there. So, but, at the end of the day, I want our kids to play against the top competition in the state. I think D'Iberville makes it, to the second or third round every single year. Petal's who they are. They've been to South State 6A, I don't know how many times. Gulfport, no shortage of athletes there. St. Stanislaus has won a 4A state championship before. So, we want to play against top competition. I mean, I don't want our kids to go out there, and win, 42-0 every single time. I want us to have some competition, and our kids, the mentality that we have as a coaching staff, and the mentality that our kids have is we're not going to be scared to play, anybody. So we're going to be willing to go up against, the best in the state. We've already gone up against one of the best teams in Alabama. They're going to win 9-10 ball games this next year in their division. They've got kids with offers from Clemson and Alabama, and our kids didn't shy away from it at all. And it was a 21-14 ball game, and they threw a last-second touchdown pass,
right.
To go up 28-14. So, we're not going to shy away from competition.
Well, I like it. And everyone knows that my son, Jason McGill, is coaching at D'Iberville this year. So I said, what do you think? He said, it's a good football team. He said, got something to build on. He was really, really smart. And the offensive line, defensive line, I know they usually are not at 7-on-7 drills, and they went and competed against the other ones, and they were really pleased. Jason had high praise for Benji Foreman, and he says, Dad, I just picked his brain, and he says he knows what he's doing. And so
absolutely,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And how about your coaching staff? Before we get back to video, real quick, can you say something real quick? Like I said, we know Coach Foreman, he's been here, for years, and Coach Fortenberry and Jamie Arms is 7 or 8 years, if I'm correct, 4 or 5 years anyhow. Tell us about the new guys that's coming in.
So we got Cedric Antoine. He's going to be our DBs, safeties, and corners coach. He's coming to us from a Catholic school in Texas, so he's bringing a lot of Texas high school football experience with him. He played high school football in Texas, and then he played at I'm trying to think of the university, but it was a Division I program. I think it was, is it Lamar? Is it Lamar? In Beaumont. Yeah. He played at Lamar in Beaumont, and he was a DB there. Was 4-year starter. I think he made all conference, so he's going to bring a wealth of knowledge. He's also got several degrees in exercise science and fitness and weights and speed training. So he's going to bring a wealth of experience. He's a young guy. I think me and him are the same age. Got Max Crawford. He's coming to us from Southern Miss. He was a graduate assistant with tight ends and H-backs last year. So he's bringing some knowledge from the college ranks. He's played at Oak Grove, one of the top high school football programs in the state of Mississippi. He's a young guy. This will be his first year teaching and coaching, but he did, coach last year at Southern Miss. Cody Finley, he's coming to us from Tennessee. 15, 20 years as a head football coach in Tennessee. He's won a ton of football games, has a ton of experience in building programs. He's taken over, teams that have not won anything and then made them into perennial playoff teams, winning multiple big-time playoff
He's the one that's
football
caught
games.
my eye. I really like coaching.
He's going to be coaching our offensive line, and he's been kind of a diamond in the rough. I kind of fell on him. We actually stole him from, well, not steal, but had Pass Christian's head coach called and was like, do y'all have a science spot? And I said, actually, yeah, I do. And he's like, well, you need to hire this guy. He was like, I hate that I'm doing this because I don't want to lose him and give him to y'all, but he needs to be coaching football somewhere. He could really help out any program. And I talked to him on the phone for 30 seconds, and I was like, I've got to find a way to hire this guy. Yeah. So, we were very blessed to get him, and he kind of fell in our lap. So I was really excited about getting him. And then we've got Shane Poland. He's coming to us from Pearl River. He's also got a wealth of experience. He played for Delta State, one of the top college football programs in Division II. They've won several national championships. They're in the toughest Division II conference, the Gulf South. They're in there with the West Georgias, the North Alabamas, all those teams. And so he's coming to us from Pearl River Central, and he'll be coaching tight ends and H-backs. So I'm really excited about our staff. They're not only really good football coaches, but they're really good people. And I feel like I'm a very good judge of character, and I think we've hired some really good individuals and people. And that's probably what I'm most excited about. And I cannot stress to you enough how well our staff has kind of gelled, and bringing these new guys in. And,
yep, I've seen it. It's awesome.
It is awesome, man. And I think everybody enjoys working together. Everybody on our staff is a hard worker. We've got guys coming like Max. He's trying to finish up, what little he has in school left, and he's driving down here every day, and he's not even getting paid. So, right. And especially with how the economy is, that tells you a lot about what type of person he is. Yeah. And Cedric, he's the same way. He's driving over from D'Iberville every Tuesday and Thursday right now, and those guys aren't getting a paycheck. But they love the game, they love these kids, and they want to be successful.
They fit right in too.
That's right.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're broadcasting live from Bull's Restaurant on Jeff Davis Avenue, downtown Long Beach. One of our biggest supporters for Long Beach football, for Long Beach sports, baseball, basketball, but real big in football, always have been. Chandy and I are here just about every Friday night. Carolyn Hamilton, who used to be our superintendent, have a group. We all come down here, but they love Long Beach football, and they're going to step up. They're being one of our big sponsors this year, and we're fixing to do, like I said, do some commercials that will air on the Bearcat Broadcast Network, and you'll see it on the NFHS channel also. So we're at Bull's Restaurant, and by the way, a lot of people don't know this, but we broadcast the Picayune Long Beach game sitting right over there in front of a computer. And it's really funny because we had our most viewers, but we had, Benji, you'll appreciate this, I couldn't see numbers. I knew our kids. I knew, when our quarterback had the ball or whatever, but I had done some research and I knew they were big running backs. So one of them got the ball every time, and a lot of times they got the tackle. We couldn't see the numbers, so we're making it up as we go. So we had a lot of fun, and Dr. Locke and Tim Pierce, everyone was here, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was cold that night in Picayune, so we didn't make the trip. But we'll do a lot of broadcasting here, and they always make the room available. This could grow, and if it does, we'll be in the other room out there too. We kind of expected a larger crowd tonight, but y'all watch this live stream back too, and see the commercial opportunities, the advertising opportunities. You want to go back to the screen?
Yes, sir. Kind of one of the biggest things that I was wanting to find out is who our starting quarterback was going to be, and I think we found a good one. I'm excited about Will and his development right there. Makes a great throw right there to Cooley. Cooley makes a big-time catch right there to move the sticks and keep the drive going. Will does a great job right here, stepping up in the pocket, making a throw. And one thing that Will does a great job of, and you have to have as a quarterback, is he's not scared of anything. And so he's not afraid to make a mistake. He's not afraid to take a hit. And I'm really excited about, Will's future. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's only going to be a 10th grader. I think he has a lot of room to grow, but he has multiple tools, to work with. So I'm really excited about his development.
When we were looking for a new coach, and we've discussed this before, but I felt like an ex-quarterback and an offensive coordinator needed to be the head coach here. I felt like that we were lacking in that area, and that was what we targeted, is bringing in a coach. So people like Jackson Gurman and Will Brady, I really feel that's beneficial to them, and we'll see a lot of improvement. That's awesome.
I put this one on here right here, and this is a great quality to have in a quarterback, is just, when something that's not open right here, being able to come back and make a play right here, and he does, makes a great throw. Carter missed a block right there, didn't do a very good job, but Xavier, I'm really excited about him. He makes a great play right here. I think it's so important, not going down on the first hit. And he takes a pretty good hit right here, stays up, and then gets us a huge first down. And this is, our last scoring drive right here. So he kept this drive alive by making a big play for us. Right here, finally got the Colts highlight, thank goodness, right here. So just hard, physical, run right here. You have to be able to do this. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage right here, and he ends up running for about 8 or 9 yards. Does a great job of running behind his pads. And Colt's going to kind of be, the straw that stirs the drink for us. He's going to be playing a multiple positions. We'll line him up at slot, we'll line him up at H-back, we'll line him up at running back. And he's a very versatile player, so I'm really excited. Anytime you can have a guy that can line up at that many different positions and know what to do, then you're going to be, pretty difficult to stop. But really excited about what he brings to the table, and he's going to, him and Will are going to kind of make us go as an offense. So really excited about those two.
Coach, I've known Colt for years, coached Colt, loved Colt, but I could have run behind that offensive line.
Yeah.
Watch the blocking. Play it one more time. Watch the blocking from the offensive line. Who is 54?
That's Nate.
That is Nate?
That's Nate, yeah.
That's impressive.
And he's made...
We're 9 yards down the field.
Yeah, and, we're a little high right here, right tackle and right guard, but we're moving the line of scrimmage right there, exactly what you want to see. And, Colt really finishes the run right there.
That was Ashton at guard.
Yeah, Ashton Watros at guard.
That's good. That was a good run.
Right here, this is huge. You got everybody in the box right here, and Edwan finds the seam right there, and great job being patient and hitting that hole 100 miles an hour. And one thing that I'm going to touch on, right here that you kind of talked to me about the spring game is, watching the sideline. I mean, just everybody getting excited about a guy scoring a touchdown right here, and then everybody running. You got Shane right there running to meet, his buddy in the end zone that just scored. I love seeing that, and that's the true mark of being a good teammate, and the camaraderie that you have with high school football. Is sport of football is different than any other sport. You know that, from having coaching and been around it so much. So, I'm really excited to see things like that.
Yes.
Great job right here by Baroni. They throw it to one of their better athletes right here, and we make an open field tackle. Once again, I can't stress to you enough on these plays of just how many guys are running to the ball. You got Taj right there. You got Baroni, you got Dorian, Looney, and some of those defensive linemen, and Jahari. Jahari comes from the opposite hash there, trying to get in on the tackle. So, anytime that we can do that, once again, I just think we're going to have a chance to be really good on that side of the ball. We're super athletic, but we're also super young, which is exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
But I'm excited about what that side of the ball is going to bring to the table. do a great job right here of making a tackle in the backfield right here. I believe that's Brandon Davis making that tackle from the backside right here. He beats the tackle across his face right there, tackles him in the background. Also have, two other guys right there ready to make the tackle.
Coming all the way from this end.
Great job coming from the backside right here, beating the tackle, beating him across his face and getting in there. And he has that ability. I mean, he could do this every play. He has all the ability in the world, and he's going to be a really good football player for us. Excited about him and what he's going to be able to do, for the Bearcats this fall. Great job running to the football right there and making a huge play. That was all the highlights that I had.
Okay. Well, I guess the future right now, we just keep on with our summer workouts. We go with the 7-on-7s.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line, defensive line, they go to all of the 7-on-7s?
They don't. It just really depends on, wherever you're going, what they have going on. D'Iberville, that's actually the first time that I'd seen that, somebody bringing offensive and defensive linemen.
Me too.
And they really enjoyed it. They were.
I watched the video.
They
very
got
impressive.
they got after it down there. I think, several of our guys and several of their guys, had some bloody knees and things of that nature. But, at the end of the day, it's a violent game. So,
Well, real quick, the second team that went in, I guess that'd be our JV. Some pretty good highlights there, too.
They did. They were.
One, Gavin Simpson, right here. Just very impressive. 2 or 3 tackles and 14 plays, maybe.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
And then they went in on offense one time, too.
And I think the future's bright, especially for that ninth grade group.
I do, too.
I'm excited about them, and, we were able to move 10 of them up, and I think they're kind of ahead of the curve right there, and really excited about them. They're going to be ahead of some of those other ones, but been really impressed with the ninth grade participation this summer. We printed them off a calendar, handed it to them, and they've been there, every single day that the weight room's been open. And so, it means something to them. They want to be good, and they want to be coached hard, and, they want to be successful. And I think that's where it starts is, that want to.
Yeah.
I think that, with that ninth grade group and then with our sophomore group that we've got now, I think we've got a chance to be, very competitive and have a really good football team for the next few years. So I'm really excited about the youth. And like I said, it makes you excited, but it also makes you nervous. So, but once again, I'm excited about the future of Long Beach football. Just with what I've seen from, our young guys and our older guys.
Well, people are buying in when you see like school board members here, Dr. Locke, President of the school board, Tim Pierce, Shane's here tonight, Delaney's here. You start seeing these people come around again, and not just. I'm talking about people that. Tonight we have people that's been bought in and sold out because they have kids here too, and but to see the school board members that go on Friday night but not be sold out, and that was years past. It's not like that anymore. I think everybody wants a piece of this. Get you a tailgate tent set up there by us. You played for the Bears back in the day when Coach Delaney and I coached. Your parents better get a tailgate tent. We're all going to do it together. There's about 8 of you, and we have a goal.
There's the 30 tents, and then they're selling fast. I mean, they're selling. Every single time I turn around, somebody's asking me about them. So we're going to have enough
I keep
room.
harping on them. So.
Yeah, well, and we're going to have room for about 30, but once those 30 are gone, there's not going to be very much room to put any more. So that's one thing. I think we're going to have those set up for our
we might have a little weather coming this way.
We're going to have those set up for our August 13th scrimmage, Meet the Bearcats.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that people can kind of see how it's
August
13th. So everybody can kind of see how that looks. And I just, after that first game, and you've talked, I think once they see how many tents are out there and how cool the atmosphere is going to be, I think they're going to really wish they would have bought one.
In case you're watching live stream, tent will cost you. We're setting tents up behind the goalposts on the scoreboard side. We'll also make the tunnel for the kids to walk through.
That's right.
We'll start music down there over the loudspeakers about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Everybody gather up. We'll get a tailgating tent, and it's $300, but you get 2 reserved seats, two seats with the backs on them. And so if you were to buy just a seat, you're only paying about $50 or $60 more.
That's right.
Because of what you had to pay to get in, because you get that seat free. So buy a tent. It's $300. Man, I've already talked to Subway. I talked to Lori the other day, and my sandwiches and stuff's coming from Subway. She'll make it. I'll grab bags of chips, get an ice chest full of Cokes, and man, we're going to have a party down there.
That's right.
Just like it was when we'd go to Southern Miss football games.
Well, after that first win, being able to have the kids come out there to the tailgate tent and get something to eat, I think that would be, something that would be really, really fun.
I do too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're broadcasting live from Bulls, Jeff Davis Avenue, downtown Long Beach. This will end the show. Thanks for everyone coming. Have a packed house, not a seat available in here for anyone else. Coach, I appreciate you. Good luck this season. Kids, keep working hard. Set an example. Work hard in the classroom also. Be that leader, because we've got some good kids on this football team, and we've got a great future. Help us build this future. And learn how to announce, and come up there with me when you get through, because we're looking for announcers. Because this announcer done got old. From Bulls in downtown Long Beach, it's Tony McGill with Coach Jacob Massey. Thank you very much. Thank you.